Okay, so you mentioned how the Falcons defense is going to approach this. It's looking like it's probably going to be Mac Jones for another week. Maybe no Dominic Pooney. Probably no Ricky Pearsall, but it does look like George Kittle's coming back. Let's help Kyle Shanahan game plan for this week, even though he has his game plan done already. What would you try to do if you were Kyle against his defense with what you have at your disposal?
Well, the thing about it is, obviously Kittle's going to get a share of balls. Stick routes, choice routes, pressure routes, crossing routes. They're all George's repertoire over the years. But the thing about it is, you look at the bump and run, the pressure coverage and all that. I want to be able to move players around offensively, so at the snap, I've got chances to give some players free releases from the line of scrimmage. I will also use motions and shifts to be able to create some rub situations, or basically, as you call them, picks. But in the NFL, they're called rubs from an offensive.
Because picks are they're not legal.
Yeah, if you're a defensive guy, you're getting picked. If you're an offensive guy, you're rubbing the guy. Okay,
right.
But I would do that, because then when you want to play man-to-man, and if I could rub off on defensive backs and or linebackers especially, and get backs or receivers free releases and freedom to run the field, that's an advantage rather than having to win with them running man-to-man in tight coverage, and where the precision of the throw has to be so ideal, because you got a receiver and a DB going, man-to-man tight coverage. My window is very small. But if I can get rubs and get a free release, or even release a back stat hot, and if they don't peel quickly enough, I can dump him the ball, and I got a guy running free. So I got to think about the fact my routes this week have to be man beaters, have to be pressure beaters, have to beat tight coverage, and I've got to have players who can run across the field, not just vertical stems to get open.
Right, because they're going to bring pressure, and they're going to play man-to-man coverage. They're trying to take away the quick throws. So you have to create some quick throws for Mac Jones. Otherwise, it's going to be another 5-sack day.
Well, correct. And then the other thing is, I've got to be able to create space into which he can throw the ball. So I can't have a receiver run and just think it's a foot race. I've got to be able to find a way to give my receivers or running backs an edge, where they can stem a route or stick a guy or get a rub that gives them a clean release, and I have a more open receiver to whom I can throw the ball.
PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code Cohn, C-O-H-N, and download the app now. All right, well, let's check out some play designs. This is what we call the Playbook breakdown segment powered by Pass Reps, where we make you smarter about football every week. You can get pass reps yourself and actually practice calling plays before Sunday for only $1.99 a month. Just go to passreps.com or click the link below. It really does help the channel. So come support me, come support Tom. Check out passreps.com. He developed it himself. Tom, what are we looking at this week to help the Niners?
Okay, with all the man coverage, with all the press coverage, and the pressure routes needed to be able to get the ball out more quickly, our mesh concept allows rubs. You look at the dotted lines. I got the two wide receivers, the Z and the X. We're going to take the Z even with short motion, or line them up snug or close, and he's going to go and look to rub the opposite defender covering your X receiver. So the Z will go over the top, the X will be underneath. Okay. Then if it's zoned, they can sit down in the opposite tackle boxes, but the opportunities for man-to-man are more important. So I got a rub going there. The other thing is, I got my H receiver in the slot on the weak side, running the 9 route. If I have press coverage and they've got no safety in the middle of the field, and they're in their 5 and 6 man pressures, and you're playing bump and run on my H, I've got a chance for an easy throw, a quick access for a big play. And then on the other side, we go over to the fullback side in the backfield. We're sliding weak, or we can use scan protection and direct the traffic where the line's going to block 5 of the most dangerous rushers. If I don't have my F picking up protection, I can scat release them, and I'm going to get some traffic with the Z as well as the Y on the release, where I can get the F out there. And if it's got hot, I can put the ball on him in the flat right now. If the Falcons don't peel off, if they stay man coverage, now I've got some obstruction to allow my rail route by the F to have a chance for the big play. And so there's some good options for you.
Yeah. I mean, the Niners throw that rail route a lot to use check or to McCaffrey.
You do that down in the 22, 25-yard line, even the 15-yard line going out in the high red zone, you got a chance for a touchdown. If I do it on 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, I've got my Z and my X coming on the mesh for the rub with the Z over the top and the X coming underneath. And we've seen Kyle in the past run a single receiver cross on a shallow cross or an under route. This gives you the rub opportunity as well to get that receiver clean where he can break out the back door and catch the ball on the run and then turn up the field.
Yeah, I like this very much. I'm really interested in that rail route. It seems like something the Niners used to call a lot. I wouldn't call it for use check. I feel like he's a little past his prime. Maybe even McCaffrey too. Although they used to call that play for McCaffrey. They called it last year for him, and he caught one deep against Tampa. Maybe, I mean, remember that guy on the team that they pay money to but don't play anymore named Isaac Garendo? He runs a 4.3. Maybe he could run that route.
That's true. The other thing about it, the great thing about it also is the possibility of being able to rub off the linebacker who has that back man-to-man with the Z coming in motion and a tight end's release on his hash route.
Yeah.
To be able to get the one-on-one right there. Now's your shot down the field. Watch as you come across. I'm trying to rub a guy. If I rub off that backer, look at how wide open it is. I've cleaned out that whole right side of the field with the Z coming in short motion, taking the corner with the man-to-man. I can rub off the backer, and then now there's nobody there to help in coverage for the backer who got rubbed.
See, I would like to throw this pass to Garendo because Garendo, I don't know why they're so down on him. At least he's a home run hitter, so to speak. There's no one else on the Niners offense, including McCaffrey, who's really going to take the ball and score from 40 yards out.
No. It's unfortunate, but that's where they are in terms of quote-unquote team speed.
Yeah, absolutely. Every week, Tom puts together a fresh game plan inside Pass Reps with updated rosters, new opponents, and real plays from the NFL level. Step into the offensive coordinator's role for less than $2 a month. Link is below, or just go to passreps.com. Again, getting the subscription really helps the channel, so please do so. And again, Tom is putting this together every week. So at this point, people are saying that Kyle's doing his best job coaching this year. Well, I wonder why.
Yeah. Okay. Did that game ball ever arrive for you?
I haven't gotten a game ball yet. And when I get it, I will send it to you so we can share it. You put it right behind you.